Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Finance Committee meeting for June 14th, 2022 at 5:51 p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attendance roll call.
Alderman Kubaki.
Here.
Alderman Wolf.
Here.
Alderman Hamel is absent.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Public meeting notice.
This meeting was noticed in accordance with the open meeting law.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes from May 24th, 2022.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It passes unanimously. License approvals. Recommend approval of various license applications for the City of Muskego for the period of July 1, 2022 to June 30th, 23, I'm sorry.
Move to approve. Second.
Discussion?
A couple incidences that we were provided with from the police department. I guess I don't know where to go with those. There was, I believe, a couple from, bear with me. From Tailspin. And from what I read, that there wasn't really an issue. I think it was one music turned down.
So there are a number of people here in both, I'm guessing, in support, and there's also a couple neighbors that showed up at last plan commission regarding, I think most of it has to do with their outside permits.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the police complaints were calls regarding the music, and the response at that time, they had a permit to a certain amount of time. So like if it was at 10 o'clock and they called at 9, so the police is responsible, they have a permit for that until then. Now, when we discussed this at plan, were you at, I can't remember if you were in the audience at the last plan commission.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we talked about their building site and operation approval, one of the neighbors came and expressed some of the concerns, not so much with the building site and operation of what they were proposing for improvements there. It had more to do with the use of that area, which at that time we said we would bring up and discuss here. So I'm not sure if you guys want to talk about that now. I believe the neighbors, they're here if they want to express anything. Where do you guys want to go with this?
This is going to go up to council, right?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it at council, move it to council, talk
Yeah,
about it
because
there?
we got 5 minutes, right? And then we'll go right into council, right?
And then just move it forward?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any further discussion or questions, or just take the whole thing to council at that time?
I got a question.
Yes.
Have we ever gave AGs a permit outside until 2 a.m.?
Oh, is that till 2? I didn't see that.
No.
Yeah, it's on here until 2 a.m.
No, we don't do that. We haven't done that for anybody, Eileen.
So
Outside area licensed until 2 a.m. it says.
Well, it's on this, isn't it? Wouldn't this fall under?
This back.
All the various license applications?
Yes.
I thought she's jumping to number 2. Okay.
So which one are you talking about?
The very first one on here for
Okay.
AJ's Business Corp. Outside area licensed until 2 a.m. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Do you want to talk on that at all, or do you have?
About them being at 2 a.m.
Yeah, is that, so you just brought forward what was put on the application?
I only read what the current license is right now, and I doubt I have access to license manager here.
We didn't have that what was it last year?
Well, that's what I don't have. I only have this year's. I can have Donna run back and she can pull last year's.
That'd just be a typo.
If you could pull what was on last year's, that'd be helpful.
So do you want all of last year's? Because there's 2 huge binders, or do we just want to?
Well, the question is just on AJ, so.
Go to license manager, or yeah, go pull it. It's on that, in the big binder. Yep.
So is that what they submitted for?
No, she says this is what they have now, but it may be a typo.
Oh, but this is for patio, right? I think, Eileen, are we talking, for like dance permits, we go to 11, right?
Well, and the second line just says outside area licensed until 2 AM.
Yeah, I don't know if that, right above it, it kind of says bar, basement, outside patio,
Well, that's why
outside
I'm
smoking
hoping
area.
it's a typo, because I
Yeah.
don't think we should let them outside till 2 AM. The neighbors will hang us all.
Well, what do we do at other bars with the patios? Yeah, I don't remember,
That doesn't mean he
I don't
necessarily
recall
has
anything with that. I recall
Okay,
dance permits till 11.
she's gonna pull
so,
it.
so she's checking what we have now. What is on the application was a request until 2 AM. So
Yeah,
we're trying to
that's-
figure out, so that, all this is within your purview to change anything. This is simply an ask. So,
It'd be nice to have an outside standard, for everyone to adhere to.
Right.
so what are your,
Yeah, no, the neighbors complain enough with it being till like 10 and 11. I can't even imagine them having it until 2 AM.
so where do you want it?
A 10 or 11, well, 10 would be the best.
Well, Gingerbread House is asking for 11:30, Trail Locals till 11:30.
I think there's a 12 AM on here somewhere.
Yeah,
I think we're getting confused with dance permits on this, is because dance permits go till 11.
Well, but
And
that's
I don't
not
know
what
if
it
we really
says, so-
we haven't really reviewed this part as far as the last so many years that I've been involved with this, to go
If
over
it-
this. That's a good
Yeah,
catch to
if-
talk about.
If it said an occasion for, that'd be different, but this is like wide open, so it wouldn't matter. If we passed it like this, they could be open every night until 2 AM.
well, Muskego Lakes is 2 AM.
Well, Muskego Lakes is kind of by itself.
Yeah, but
isn't it?
but we're going
This
to make
is
exceptions for
big
one and not the
neighborhood.
other.
Yeah,
Can of worms.
Well, you could on that. Muskego Lakes is a completely different animal, so that one I could,
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but everyone else, I would advise you guys to be consistent on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 10 because I think we do the permits till 11. I would say at least 11. And sounds like you said, Kevin, a few other till 11:30. Sounds like it seems to be,
Yeah, the lodge is till 12 AM.
I can't speak for Jill.
see, I don't think we've really talked about this in the past.
Yours.
And we're not talking about weekends here. We're talking about
During the week.
always.
Yeah.
People work there. They have to sleep at night. They don't want to listen to his music until 11 or 12 o'clock.
So currently, last year's license did go to 2 AM at AJ's.
Really?
Yeah.
No wonder they call me
And-
screaming all the time.
Was there police reports on that?
And I don't know if there are any.
I don't believe
No.
so.
Get them on your computer.
No.
I don't think for anybody, except a few exceptions here and there for some loud music. As a whole, the community seems to be pretty neighborly, I think, as a whole, but there's some exceptions. Maybe what we need to do is move this up where all of us can discuss this and pick a
Well, we
limit.
can all discuss it now, it doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
do you want to just move it to council without a recommendation and talk about it at
Yep,
council?
because we're at 6 o'clock, we're going to go
Yep.
in there anyway.
Yep.
So I'll look for a motion from one of you to do that.
Motion to do what you said.
I'll second that.
All right, so the motion is to move it forward to council without a recommendation. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Thank you. Recommend approval of an amendment to license permits to AJ's Business Corp., DBA AJ's Bar and Grill on Boxhorn Drive as a permanent extension. So what they are looking for in this request is, if you recall, on Sunday afternoons, they have outside music on that patio that's like towards the lake. That's not where our complaints have ever come from. They would like to make that permanent instead of having to list out the dates that they come forward with. So that's just an extension of the premise. The hours that you guys can put on that, we can talk about when that goes to council, but this is kind of a separate.
Because I believe when they come through, a lot of theirs are like, at a certain period of time, like 3 to 8 and 2 to 6, and it's like it's all over the board when they ask.
So they're just looking to kind of simplify it. This is that Sunday afternoon area that just plays. It's not the loud music that's right on
So what
right
is-
on the edge of the driveway.
What have they been doing it till? Do we know?
No, I don't know, but that's a separate issue. We're just talking about the premise itself. The hours will go into the
okay.
license that we just move
So
forward.
we're trying to
with.
simplify this. I think you brought that up before in a different meeting that you're going to start doing that, right?
So this way he just doesn't need to ask for that. outside.
Correct. Is there any objection to this?
Is this the one with solo and duo musicians? That's,
I'm sorry, what?
they specify solo and duo musicians?
right.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to do a motion on it?
A motion to approve if you're,
Motion to approve.
Second.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Recommend approval of an outside dance permit for Pop's Pub on Pioneer, LLC DBA Pop's Pub on Pioneer, located on Pioneer Drive for the following dates: Monday through Thursday, June 15th, 2022 to June 30th, 2022, from 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, June 17th, 2022 to June 26th, 2022, from 11 a.m. till 10:30 p.m.
Move to approval.
Second.
Discussion?
That's a lot of music. That's 4 days a week through the heart of the summer for
And
11
we
hours a
haven't-
day.
Again, we haven't had any complaints in that area either, so I
We
guess
haven't.
we can manage this as we go along, right?
I think there was a couple of complaints.
There was?
I believe so.
There was.
On his license, he,
Yep,
Was it loud music, late music, or?
Both.
both.
So it was was it past the guidelines, or was it just late?
These dates, correct?
It was right in the guidelines.
Yep.
the dates are,
But it was too loud.
Too loud and too late.
It's only like a 2-week period.
yes, because he put it on.
It
there.
sounds like we're
So
almost
I
gonna have to
To
start
get this approved for now.
putting
The rest
exclusions
of
on
his
these things
dances
about if there's
for the remainder
complaints.
year, So this is to finish
Okay.
up this year.
I'm sorry, I was just checking the dates on this to make sure it was correct. So this particular one is for like a 2-week period to get through this current licensing period.
Well, I think we already had motion and second, right? So,
Well, yeah, but now you can adjust it if you want.
yeah, we're in discussion. Whose area is that? You've had complaints, you
That's-
said, Tom? Did somebody call you? Was it just two different people?
Two different people, too loud and too late.
One same day, different days?
Different.
Okay.
So on his application, he has is typically a Bluetooth speaker, occasionally live music. Taking that from his application. The license doesn't necessarily limit you to that, if we're going to grant it, but just saying what he's doing.
I mean, that is a broad range, 11 a.m. to 10:30 on the weekends. They can have music all day long. Or maybe he has problems with bookings and he's just trying to fill them in. I don't know. I mean, he seems to work with us with stuff in the
Yeah, he was
past.
very cooperative.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it unless people speak up over it.
Well, you have a 2-week test period going on here.
Right.
Now, the separate one is coming forward tonight on the regular license that we just pushed up to council. However, if this doesn't work, you can always recall it, come back in front of finance and adjust it. There wouldn't be any problem with that, would there, Jeff?
Well, maybe Alderman Kapusik can keep us posted on that, so.
They're gonna get Kevin to stay out of there.
Okay, so,
all right.
so you guys want to approve it as is?
Sure.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Recommend approval of an outside dance permit for Eagle Trace Brewing Company LLC, DBA Eagle Park Brewing on Commerce Drive for Saturday, June 18th from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. New business. Recommend approval of an agreement to transfer ownership of the electrical service located within Veterans Memorial Park.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Festival committee's all in favor of this?
Yeah, so they signed off on it. This is really a benefit for them. Right now, they're paying for the electrical service for all year round for using it for the
Right, I
weekend.
remember all that, yeah.
And plus the upgrades for electrical
And
service.
they're the ones who put it in too, right? So
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
put it
I've heard
in.
all the stories, yeah.
Yeah, so this makes sense for everyone going around.
As long as they're happy, I'm in favor.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of the Muskego Senior Housing Stormwater Management Practice Maintenance Agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of the Glen at Muskego Lake Stormwater Management Practice.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? That passes. Recommend approval of a North Cape Storage Stormwater Management Practice Maintenance Agreement.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. Voucher approval.
Motion to approve utility vouchers in the amount of $81,793.16.
Second, sorry.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
There are no tax vouchers. Motion to approve general fund vouchers in the amount of $857,737.76.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes.
Motion to approve wire transfers for payroll transmittals in the amount of $735,469.14.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes as well. Finance Director's report, we have none. Communications and administrative business is authorized by law. Seeing none, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes. We're adjourned at 6:08.